To the nearest power of 10, what is the number of American soldiers who have lost limbs in combat since the end of World War II? Among American males who have twin sisters, what percentage are as jealous of them as I am of Sara? Once Sara sells our parents' house, what will be left of them? What is the probability that my dead parents are disappointed in me? Ben did not try to answer these questions. In the past few months he had condensed his life into the few things that still belonged to him: his pitiful job, his twin sister, the apartment his former wife had stripped of nearly all its furniture, and a stack of children's picture books his mother had written, and, as of last night's theft, a $1 million painting by Marc Chagall. It was Sara's fault, really. She was the one who persuaded him to go to the singles cocktail hour at the museum. In the weeks since his divorce, Sara had begged him to try to meet someone new, to make at least some vague effort toward being happy. Perfect, productive Sara, hopeful enough to have just gotten married in their mother's hospital room 2 weeks before their mother died, and tough enough to already begin picking up the shards. It had been easier to say yes to Sara than to explain to her why he had no hope or interest in going. But when he passed through the museum's metal detectors and entered the crowded gallery, he saw that the other people at the exhibit of Marc Chagall's Russian years were little more than walking ghosts. His mother, his father, preserved in other people's skin. Glimpsing the side of a woman's head, a younger woman, of course, but another remarkable thing about the dead is that they are all ages, preserved at every age you ever knew them, and at no age at all. He had to fight the impulse to glance at the profile again, unwilling to feel the sick relief that came with confirming an unfamiliar face. It was easier to look at the art. Ben edged away from the crowds at the center of the gallery toward the paintings on the walls. He stopped alongside a giant canvas titled, he stooped to read the caption, "The Promenade." A man stood in the middle of the painting, legs apart as if striding with confidence, one hand at his side holding a small bird, the other in the air, holding the hand of a woman who flew in the air like a flag on the flagpole of his wrist, her magenta dress fluttering in the wind. Another large canvas called Over the Town cast both man and woman into the sky, wearing different clothes this time, a green shirt for the man, a blue dress for the woman, with petticoats flying at her ankles. The two of them soared over the town below, in a sky pure white, as if the flying people, ruling the air, hadn't yet decided what to fill it with. For a moment, Ben wished he could fly. And then, as he turned around to cross the gallery, someone called his name. "And what about you, Benjamin Ziskind?" Ben looked up, startled. Had someone from the show tracked him down? But as he scanned the unfamiliar faces of the 3 women who had closed in around him beneath the flying woman, he realized that everyone was wearing a name tag, and someone had just read his aloud. He was trapped. The 3 women laughed, and Ben forced a smile, wincing as he remembered why he was ostensibly here. He glanced at the name tag of the woman who had spoken, Erica Frank, museum staff. A shill, he thought. Too bad. She was the most attractive of the 3. She was slightly shorter than him, with curved hips, long hair the color of damp rope, and, Ben was captivated and then ashamed to notice, a glimpse of shadowed skin that shimmered between the buttons of her bright blue blouse. Her green eyes were watching him. In the glass covering the painting behind her head, he turned away from his own reflection. Short, dark, unworthy. He remembered how he had first met Nina 2 years ago, at a party like this one, but in Sara's apartment. He was happier then, less fearful.